Hello, welcome back to the channel. Vormithrax here, and let's continue our campaign as the Dwarven Kingdom of Ekrund. See if we can put some more hurt on these filthy green skins. I think I finally got them maybe manageable, under control on the run. We'll see what we can do. So when we left off, I had last just made it into these mountain ranges finally, and we did some quick takeovers, got some of these mountains here under our control, and I stopped there. I need to give some time to rebuild, replenish some troops, let some diplomatic consequences kind of diminish a bit, and when I start up the campaign again, the fighting, I'm going to take this and these at a minimum, so I'll probably grab both of those, but my goal is to grab basically these here as well as this. If I can do that, then I've basically sealed off the rest of these orcs, and then I can pick them apart at my leisure as I've got cash to afford for the greenskin extermination campaigns to take over the territory. So I do have some things to worry about. I've got the Merigid. These are goblins? Nope, that is orcs. So we've got a really big orc tribe out this way. It's infesting this section of the mountains. And then I've got Mad Gang. So I will at some point finish picking up a few of these to clean this area up as well. But I think I'm going to let some time pass and do some infrastructure and some upgrading. As always, I've got my eye on Khemri. And I'm really dreading them eventually coming north. So they're putting the squeeze on Qatar. This used to be Qatar's territory, so Khemri is pushing them outward. And now they're starting to run out of places to go. So they're going to be eyeballing me closer and closer. It's been a little few days, about a week since I actually last played. So it's going to take me a short bit here to kind of get back into the swing of things. How are we doing with King Setra here? We're still at 100. I've got my advisor down south, I believe, doing the work that needs to be done to keep him happy. And let's just... let me first make sure all the stream info is looking good. Alright, that looks fine. I think we're good to go. Okay. Looks like Sylvania is actually growing up there. That's interesting. I thought they would just keep shrinking and shrinking, but they've managed to keep growing, so entertaining, but not something I have to deal with. Okay, let's run through our pop-ups real quick. Don't need to do the Book of Grudges. I'm not a fan of the Barusia tournament, but we might give that another go. That I'm aware of, not going to worry about. I can create multiple kingdoms. I'm not going to worry about that right now either. That's one of the things I'm waiting to tick down. Alright, what kind of technology can we do? Ooh, can't quite do heavy infantry again, but pretty close. I might hold out for that. Most of the Dwarven firepower for combat is heavy infantry. Actually, maybe I'll do siege equipment. Give us another boost to siege speed and defense, as well as artillery offensive. Or we can get a supply limits and morale bump. Let's do that. Let's get the morale bump, get the military org up. Okay, more infrastructure upgrades. I'm going to decide this. I want to look here, and that can do them all. Church infrastructure, not surprising. Holding is not building anything. Oh, I see. So, because I am building something, I can't do anything here. Got it. let's do some improved keeps. I had a lot of points built up there. And let's do construction, make sure I keep ahead of that. And I think that's it for there. And I am threatening. Yeah, I need to let some of that decay. So we're going to have a little period of peace here. I'll keep an eye on what the orcs are doing. But I need to get some infrastructure built up over here. I might throw some money at these guys. Yeah, you've got no money to do anything with. Alright, I'll look at that shortly. Let's go ahead and let some time pass. Okay, I control my coastline though, so I got all that done. That's fine. Alright, one of these times I need to spend a little more time looking at the mechanics of that whole system. It's been a while since I played Crusader Kings 2 other than this campaign, so I'm still very much in learning mode to get back into the swing of things. I never played it a ton in the past, I just couldn't get into playing it with the standard game world, but I'm a lot more interested with the Warhammer game world. So I'm going to be playing a lot of this, so I need to do some learning still, so bear with me while I investigate and figure out things. I'm definitely not an expert at CK2. Alright, yeah, let them rot. Okay. Heavy infantry increased. Alright, still threatening, still levy's too long. My hope is that I can get the orcs taken care of and get all that cleaned up before... Oops. I can usurp titles? Great Horde of the Malbar Anchor Hordes, Great Horde. I don't know how this works. You need to control 51% of the counties to usurp the title. Currently you own 100. Give you 100 prestige and cost you 200 gold. Carrag, Sather, Gringrel. So that's something over here. So that's the Horde of Blanked Orid. I'm not 100% sure if this would be a good idea or not. I assume this is just a flavor change from being able to do the kingdom creations and such. This is a consequence of... Ooh, Mad Gang's getting shrunk. Marigid, look at that. Alright, now I have a new too big orc situation. He's not at war with anybody at the moment. That's not good. He's preparing for a wog. Alright, I need somebody in the wastelands to put a hurt on that guy. Stygian wood is growing at a pretty good rate too. I gotta be real careful of that. These guys changed color, but it's the same. Still King Grim. Alright, well, I am not sure. Prestige for gold, basically. Sure, let's do it. Alright, so that counted as a kingdom, so yeah, it's just a flavor change. I'm gonna need to figure out this whole kingdom and empire situation as well. I haven't played the game enough to understand the mechanics and the consequences involved there. It's 2110. 20 more years of unhappy because opinion rejected Dwarf High Kingdom. That's where I basically told this guy, I told High King Grindel to go stuff it. I wanted to be High King. So, I got a little ways to deal with that as well. That is affecting, yeah, these numbers pretty good. Crown Authority, he's not too bad. Alright, I'm not going to do any of these other ones for the moment. I'm going to hold off on that. Speed things up here. What's my income looking like? Plus 20. Alright, get the Guild Workshop going. Alright, we're going to hold the rest of our money. Not good. More defensive pact activity. Okay. So, White Bits revolt. Alright, where is this happening? Crusader Kings. Ah, Raiders. Alright. I don't think I have much in the way of local levies that I can raise here. 100 troops. Okay. I'd love to have him doing something else, but I think the Khemri is still my #1 threat that I'm worried about. I need a good long period of growth in order to come anywhere close to being able to defend against them if they turn their full. Well, alright, that doesn't happen too often, but I have seen it happen before. It didn't even kick an autosave in. Alright, I get to redo a bunch of stuff. Okay, military org, construction. Court priest only got 17. I think I've looked before. Let's see if there's anybody out there we can grab. Church Hall. Now it's the Panion. Love the way the names keep changing. Alright, I did some upgrades. Yeah. Oh, that's one of the Skaven holdings. That's an Under Empire space. Cursed Pit. Says terrain Under Empire. So I think that is a connection to here. Just don't know how to identify these locations to see which one. House Skritar. I don't understand the mechanics here, so how would these actually work? They're separated completely from anything. Or is this water? I think that's water, actually. Alright, not gonna worry about it for now. Alright, vassal levies almost down to 0. I'm at 8.6 and still dropping on the threatening scale. There we go. People starting to leave the defensive pact. And then somebody joins. Alright, when I renew hostilities, to start thinking about just how I'm going to do this. I still don't have a border with these guys. If I restrict myself to just that space and these spaces, I think I'll be okay. Left the defensive pact, great. And joined and joined. So orcs are joining and these other guys are leaving. Oh, never mind. What is with everybody joining this defensive pact against me all of a sudden? Ah, there's multiple defensive pacts. This might be harder for me to get these than I thought. Yep, he's part of the defensive pact. And he's part of the defensive pact, so I would end up being at war with a lot of orcs if I try to take those. Threatening still dropping. I'm going to be patient about it. Alright, how are these guys doing? They can't build hardly anything because they've got no money. Alright, hopefully they can do something with that money, and let some more time pass. Yeah, I did a lot of fast expansion to get up into these mountains, so I pissed off a lot of people for quite a long time. I do not want to get myself embroiled in a big fight with a bunch of neighboring orcs and leave myself open to the Khemri as well. I've got to be real cautious about that. Stygian woods, getting a little bothersome. Scabagid's getting pretty big as well. The Stunties, I like that name. Oops, thought I had time passing.